I want to share something that still feels like a wound that hasn't fully healed. Maybe someone out there will understand. Maybe it'll help someone catch the signs I missed. For 3 years, I thought I had a strong marriage. My wife Emily was ambitious, kind, and had this way of lighting up any room she walked into. She worked in marketing and often stayed late at the office, especially when a new campaign was about to launch. I was proud of her. I thought she was chasing her dreams. I wanted to support her, so when she said, "I'll be home late tonight, big project deadline," I never questioned it. Until one night everything changed. It was a Thursday. I remember because I had just finished making her favorite pasta. She texted me around 7 p.m. "Running late again." "Don't wait up," I sighed but smiled. That was Emily, hardworking and always giving utter 10%. Around 8:30 my phone rang. It was an unknown number but I answered. "Hi. This is Mark, Emily's boss. Sorry to bother you at home, but is Emily feeling okay? She didn't show up to the office today." My heart stopped. "What?" I asked, confused. "She told me she's been at work all evening." There was a pause on his end, like he was making sure he heard me right. Then he said, carefully, "No. We wrapped the campaign yesterday. No one's been in today." I felt a wave of cold wash over me. My chest got tight. My hands started shaking. I mumbled something about maybe a misunderstanding and hung up. I stared at the phone for a long time. My brain tried to rationalize. Maybe she was running errands. Maybe she had a personal appointment and didn't want to tell me. But deep down I felt something break. I didn't want to accuse her without proof. That night I sat on the couch until she came home, around 11:30. She walked in looking tired but happy. Her hair was slightly tousled, and she smelled faintly of cologne that wasn't mine. "Hey babe," she smiled. "Sorry I'm late. Big night at work." My throat felt dry. I forced a smile back and asked casually, "How was the office?" She sighed dramatically, dropped her bag and said, "Stressful. But it's done now." Something inside me snapped. But I didn't confront her, not yet. I just nodded. Played normal. I needed to know the truth first. The next day, I decided to follow her. She left the house around 6:30, dressed a little nicer than usual for work. I trailed her car from a distance, heart pounding the whole time. Instead of heading toward her office, she drove to a quiet street on the other side of town and parked in front of a small apartment building. I sat there, breathless, watching as she stepped out of the car, and a man came out to greet her. He smiled, touched her face gently, and kissed her. She laughed, this soft, familiar laugh that used to belong to me. And then, they went inside together. I can't describe what I felt in that moment. My hands were gripping the steering wheel so tightly they hurt. My whole body was shaking. There's this unique kind of pain that comes when you watch the person you love become someone else entirely. Someone who doesn't love you back. I didn't go inside. I didn't scream or cause a scene. I just sat there, watching my marriage crumble in silence. That night, she came home again late. Her eyes sparkled when she talked about her project. She kissed me on the cheek like nothing was wrong. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I confronted her. Calmly, but firmly. "Emily," I said, "your boss called last night. Said you weren't at work." She froze. For a moment I saw panic flicker in her eyes. Then she tried to recover. "He must have been mistaken," she said too quickly. "You know how confused Mark can be." I shook my head. "I followed you last night." Silence. The kind that's heavy and suffocating. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. Finally, she whispered, "I'm sorry." Those 2 words, they didn't even feel real. She didn't cry, she didn't fight for us. She just looked guilty, almost relieved that the secret was out. I asked, "How long?" She said quietly, "A few months. A few months." While I was cooking her dinners. While I was cheering her on. While I believed in her. I wish I could say we worked it out, but we didn't. Something in me died that day. Not anger. Not even hatred. Just this deep, hollow ache where love used to be. I moved out a week later. She didn't stop me. It's been over a year now. I'm not going to lie. Healing wasn't easy. The nights were the hardest, lying awake wondering why I wasn't enough. But over time, I learned something important. Someone else's betrayal doesn't define your worth. Emily's choices weren't a reflection of me. They were a reflection of her own emptiness, her own inability to stay loyal when things got tough. It took me a long time to stop blaming myself